Simon Kinberg to write, produce a new trilogy for Lucasfilm. He would spearhead the launching of a new saga in the beloved galaxy far, far away. Simon Kinberg is heading to the hyperspace, signing an expansive deal to write and produce a Star Wars featured trilogy. He would spearhead the launching of a new saga in the beloved galaxy far, far away, and will write the script for what Lucasfilm hopes would chart a brand new path forward for the sci-fi space opera universe. Lucasfilm topper, she's a top, Kathleen Kennedy, power top, will also produce the new trilogy. What do you mean? Wait a minute. Kathleen Kennedy's producing the new trilogy. I thought she was fired. I thought.
Yeah, what happened, Doomcock?
She's still not fired? Not only is she not fired, but she's going to produce the brand new trilogy. Ain't that something? I do like the fact that they're giving Kinberg all three, right? Not like fucking the last three was like, hey, let's give one to this guy and one to that guy. The new story is not meant to be a continuation of the Skywalker saga. The name of the overall arc of the popular and pop culture dominating Star Wars movies, known as episodes 1 through 9. The intent here is to have brand new characters and a new story, and not have it be a continuation. Although that does not mean that some of the characters could not or would not pop up. Kinberg already had strong Star Wars ties. He co-created the animated series Star Wars Rebels with David Filoni, as well as Carrie Beck. He also helped out on the relaunch of Star Wars after Disney bought Lucasfilm, acting as consultant on the 2015 Force Awakens. Oh, we don't want that. He's an established presence in the genre space. He had a hand in Fox X-Men movies, being one of the producers of Logan and the first 2 Deadpool movies, among many other creative duties, and is about to go into production on Edgar Wright's take on Stephen King's tale, They're doing a new Running Man? What the fuck? The fucking Running Man from the 80s is peak. It's peak cinema.
Doesn't need a remake.
Can't make a new remake. The writer-producer is one of the busiest creatives in town, and he's helping to develop the rival Star Trek franchise for Paramount, a deal he stepped into this past spring. So he's going to do Star Trek and Star Wars? This guy's fucking... He's doing it. Maybe they're going to crossover.
Over again.
Yeah. He was due to take on an actor producing role on the franchise's film side. Sources say he will maintain those duties, keeping one hand on a lightsaber and the other on a phaser. Lucasfilm has tried to chart different paths forward before. Kennedy previously signed filmmaker Rian Johnson to develop a trilogy, as well as Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. None of these came close to fruition, with the company facing occasional scrutiny. It's a little bit of scrutiny for Disney. So there it is, new trilogy. And like I said, the rumor is that it's going to be episodes 10, 11, 12. And like I said, it's not going to be a part of the Skywalker saga. It's going to be a brand new saga. What do you think about this?
I like that it's he did a lot of X-Men movies, so
I'm curious.
It's like gold.
But I don't know. At this point, I think Star Wars is dead. No, at this point, I think Star Wars has become so big and so just
bloated, right?
Yeah, bloated with Skywalker stuff that it's hard to imagine. Like, I think the fans would rebel, right? If they did a Star Wars episode 10 coming out, right? And they did the fucking trailer and it's like, it had nothing to do with the Skywalkers, right? I think people would be like, what's this? Like, this isn't Star Wars. Like, Star Wars is the Skywalkers at this point, right? Like, everything that has been fucking Star Wars has in some shape or form, other than the
expanded universe, right? Like that strays away from the Skywalker stuff, but still.
No, even that sort of connects. I'm talking about like the early stuff, the stuff that takes place like in the early days, like before the Skywalkers were fucking existed, right? Like that stuff, is Skywalker free. But even the expanded universe, it's like, oh, well, this is fucking Thrawn, right? But Thrawn only exists because the Skywalkers destroyed us. Like there's through lines from the Skywalkers through all of the expanded universe shit, right? Like this stuff all happened because of the Star Wars movies and everything. Like, so you could see the connection with the Skywalkers. Whereas I think something that's completely new, like completely disconnected, I don't know how they could do this, right?
Yeah, that would be
Especially-
the wrong choice. Like at least make it tangentially connected, right?
Skywalker's far relatives, the land runners, the sea crawlers. Yeah. There are no more Skywalkers alive, says Cosmic Vader. This is true, but I mean, there was no Skywalkers until they created what's his name, Anakin, out of nowhere, right? So
Yeah,
you could always argue that you could follow some ancestor of Anakin's mother, right? But again, I don't think it's so much the Skywalkers. It's like to do a Star Wars set in a place where there is no Skywalkers and no Skywalker, like that means Rey's not going to be involved, right? So, lover, hater, whatever, right? But you're going to make a movie that's not a continuation, but it's going to be called Episode 10, possibly. But it's going to be Star Wars, a trilogy, not involving the Skywalkers. And if you don't involve the Skywalkers, you definitely can't involve like the Emperor, like Darth Vader, Kylo Ren. I don't see how Leia or Han can be involved in any of that, right? Like, not just because the what's her name's dead, but also because I'm just saying. Yeah. Shmi had the Skywalker name. Yeah, so there you go. So it'll be like, hey, look, there's things happening on the other set. I've argued before that they should do like Star Wars, like on the other side of the universe or something like disconnected. But I'm trying to think how that would play out among the general.
A whole new trilogy.
Yeah. Like you're announcing a trilogy, right? Like just make a movie and let's see how that goes, right? With like some like you can leave a couple of mysteries or little like hooks on the end for for a potential sequel, right? But I don't know if I would be like, hey, we're announcing a full fucking trilogy right now.